Hello everybody, this is John again here. I am just making this little video to show you the state of where the Caltrain Electrification project is at. I really love this project and I want to kind of keep tabs on it as best I can because I love electric trains. I think they're very cool. I think it's awesome that Caltrain is actually able to move forward with this project and get the power lines up and modernize. You can see off to the right, that's BART going down underground, headed towards the San Bruno station. It's coming from the San Francisco International Airport. And up ahead is the fairly new San Bruno flyover for Caltrain. This elevated the tracks and the station. They rebuilt the station and it eliminated a few grade crossings. That signal there, if you follow that Caltrain high-speed rail integration blog, compatibility blog, that's the signal that Clem pointed out is a prime example of American overbuilt, expensive infrastructure, but I digress. You can read the article for yourself. Here's the new San Bruno station. It's very nice. We're on not a baby bullet, but on an express train, so we're not stopping at every station. And you can see that, at least in this little section between Millbrae and Bayshore, the catenary work is coming along really nicely. Obviously, there's no catenary wires up yet, but they're getting the poles in the ground, and it's coming along nicely. It's good to see progress. Now, off to your left, you can't see it, but about a half mile off to your left is where the San Bruno BART station is. It'd be nice if the two stations had a link and were close together, but that's what it is. The only downside about this electrification project is that the grade separations aren't done because with the catenary wires up and running in the next 5 or so years, it's going to make grade separations a whole lot more difficult to do. So you can see up here, looks like there's going to be looks like there's some track construction going on. You can see that red flag. They got the track ripped up. Looks like they might be shifting both mains under the left underpass of that expressway that goes over the top of it. Obviously, you can see that's a yard that the UP still uses. And here we got a baby bullet coming southbound. This is afternoon rush hour on a Friday, so the train was pretty busy. But yeah, definitely doing some work there. Looks like they'll probably put a wall in for derailment protection against that bridge. There's some nice looking UP switch engines there. And track work equipment, definitely probably going to be maybe taking out those storage tracks on the left or shifting the mains over. I don't know exactly what they're doing here, but we'll see. I'm sure when California high-speed rail starts running over this, before that happens, there'll probably be some fences along this track to protect switch crews in the yard. So yeah, there's not quite as many catenary poles up there, I'm sure, just because of all the track work that's still going on. But obviously, this project is a massive undertaking to electrify any kind of tracks in America, and I'm sure, just like everything else, it'll probably be late and over budget. But it's certainly a project that needs to be done. It would be really nice if they could get it all the way out to Gilroy, but of course that's UP on track down there, so who knows if that'll happen. So it's kind of haven't gotten to this part yet, and I apologize, this video is about a month old at the moment, but I only stopped in San Francisco on my way over to Korea and Japan, so if you stay tuned to this channel, I'm going to be putting up plenty of videos about my travels over there. Spent a week in Korea and 2 weeks in Japan, and if there's any international train lovers out there, you'll know that Japan, and to a lesser extent Korea, but Japan has an incredible rail network. So I've got a lot of cool stuff coming about that.
Back to 79.
And I apologize too. I wanted to shoot a cab ride for the entire line, but my GoPro actually decided to break right when we got on the train. And we had on this train there was a conductor trainee actually, so they kept kicking us out from in front of the window, and I wouldn't have been able to film the whole thing anyway. But I am glad that I got this this video, because this was really all I wanted to see anyway. I've seen plenty of cab rides up and down this corridor, but I really wanted to see how the electrification progress was coming along. So there's not too much more to see. I think there's no more catenary poles that you can see. You can see off to the left up here is looks like a machine for actually working on the wires. This little car over there with a scissor jack on it. So yeah, they definitely have to buy a lot of equipment to, first of all, build and maintain the electrical infrastructure once it's up and running. But I kept the camera running here because I wanted to see. Up ahead is the Bayshore area. It's an old SP yard, and this is going to tentatively be the midday storage for the California high-speed trains, so that they don't have to take up a valuable space in the Transbay Transit Center if and when that tunnel ever gets built. That's a whole other issue by itself. But you can see the construction equipment on those little tail tracks in the former SP yard. And there's actually a ton of space going on here. I'm sure, barring any environmental or legal catastrophes, that they will get this area for midday storage for trains, because it is huge, and obviously developers would like to build properties on it, I'm sure, but you also have to put the train somewhere. So either, I think they want on the west side of the tracks off to your left, but I think obviously there's plenty of space on the east side of the tracks too. So we shall see how that all progresses. Lots of work that needs to be done before we can get there. I mean, they can't even decide on the platform height yet. So this is Google Earth screenshot of Bayshore, and that's the Caltrain station up top, and you can see how this huge swath of land that used to be an SP yard. I don't know if it was a coach yard or freight yard. I'm really not up on my SP corridor history, but I'm sure some of you out there in the comments section know. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching. If you like this content and you want to see more, like I said, particularly about Korea and Japan, I've got more videos coming, and I'll upload them as fast as I can. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good day.